More than 200 million people in United States of America use TikTok. But recently we have seen a surge or a spike in number of such consumers. They are offloading, or we can say they are uninstalling TikTok as such. So is this uninstall is due to the new deal that America has signed or American company has signed with TikTok, or is it related to some sort of restrictions that TikTok has applied in its new privacy, we can say this privacy options, or is it due to the weather related problems which has led to outages, massive outages as claimed by Oracle, a company that is dealing with the TikTok in some way? Let us try to decode this in more detail. So to give you background of this entire topic, 200 plus million users we have in US, and as per the government's new policy, US government new policy, it decided that TikTok cannot continue to work in America unless until its parent company gives most of its stake to the American company as such. So there is a new US based joint venture that was formed after September 2025 to tackle the development of TikTok and running of TikTok in the United States of America. And at the same time, due to the polar vortex weather related changes that is being observed in the United States, many companies are saying that there is technical disruption. It is due to this region such kind of problems we are facing as such. But at the same time, you can also not deny that if you're looking at the post on the TikTok these days, there is a growing user distrust on this particular platform. So we are seeing migration from TikTok to other competing platform like Instagram, Meta and all. Now if you try to understand that basically why is the reason, or what kind of surge we are seeing in the app deletion? So obviously 150% rise in daily uninstalls have been witnessed in last week if you compare with the previous weeks as such. In the last 5 days itself, spike has come largely after the announcement of this joint venture company, and 30-day average also if consider, there we can clearly see 130% increase in the uninstall rate of the TikTok as such. This is based on the Sensor Tower analysis. Now very interestingly, it does not mean that the number of users of TikTok in United States of America is also declining. Obviously, uninstall rate is much more higher than normal, but at the same time, if you look at the user base of TikTok in US, it has remained flat to slightly high. As per the recent report, about 2% increase we have seen on the monthly basis in the American consumer base. So yeah, uninstall rate is high, but number of users are not declining. This is very important point we have to keep in mind here. User activity trend, if we try to understand, daily active users are stable, 2% engagement increase, as I told you, has been witnessed here. And if you compare them with the rivals, TikTok obviously is one of the most famous and we can say most popular streaming platform as far as the shorts are concerned. So any rival do not come closer to TikTok in US as far as the use rate is concerned and such. So platform obviously we can say still is being widely used. Now the question is that why the crisis began? Crisis can be traced back to an executive order passed by Donald Trump in the September 2025. Donald Trump always supported TikTok. Many times he has stated that he is active on TikTok and he has received massive support of youth on TikTok, and he has stated that in his re-election as president second time, to some extent this platform can be considered to play a significant role there. So he was however fearful because of the national security concern. As TikTok was a Chinese company largely, he was fearful that China obviously have a greater extent of control over TikTok, the user data and everything is being shared with China, government of China also there's a possibility of sharing. So that is why such data he did not want to leak, go out from US, and that is why he said that if TikTok does not comply to this executive order, then he will have no other option but to completely ban it. So to comply with this particular order, the parent company of TikTok, which is called as ByteDance, it began to form a joint venture. In this particular change of the control, we are seeing that now 80.1% of control on TikTok is by American company as well as some global companies which is headquartered in Dubai as such. And just ByteDance, its stake has been reduced to 19.9% as such. And overall, this entire platform currently is being managed by a 7-member board, which are coming from various American companies as well as Chinese companies. Oracle, which is a well-known software company of United States, is also being involved here. And Oracle has launched a very interesting project that is called as Project Texas. So Oracle manages the data of American user, which is being shared and which is being put on the TikTok as such. The algorithm of maintaining, managing and storing this data has been licensed and outsourced to Oracle by TikTok as such. So the concern of Donald Trump that this data can be shared with China, now that concern has evaporated because the data is being stored in the domestic servers of US and is being handled by American company as such. Overall, to tackle with this huge volume of data, suddenly Oracle also has expanded its infrastructure and is building up several data centers all across the United States of America. It is in this context Project Texas makes a very important point to discuss, because as per Project Texas, Oracle basically have brought new privacy policy, which has triggered a massive backlash, which also has resulted in the uninstallation of app as such. Now, as per the updated terms of services, many users who have been active on TikTok, they have stated that they have put sensitive data clauses. For example, Oracle in its new new data terms, it has stated that sensitive data, how it will be handled, this is something they have not been very clear about. At the same time, many of the censorship like allegations are also being put, because the name such as Epstein is not being allowed by TikTok to be shared in the direct messages, instant messaging and all that. At the same time, we talk about the ICE. We know that in US you have a lot of domestic protests going on, especially in the Minneapolis region, where people are protesting against the ICE authorities who have killed 2 people in the United States of America. So any such news is being censored as such. Plus, there is also the problems related to the AI related content, AI generative content. So user alarm has increased because of this changes as such. Censorship allegation, keywords are being blocked, as we discussed, such as ICE and Epstein. And due to this reason, creators report low reach. And it is a reason why many of the famous TikTokers who has more than 1.1 to 2 million subscribers in America, they have urged other users to also ban means uninstall this app and shift and migrate to other app as such. So to some extent, we can say that company has obviously denied the suppression. They are saying that no such censorship is being applied as far as the TikTok platform is concerned. If you talk about the Oracle has justified this outages, this uninstallation, this data search to the technical failures. Data center power outage, they say, is a major reason why we are seeing such kind of anomaly, and that was because of the weather related disruption. Many of the data centers of Oracle was not able to properly function because of this power outage, and that is why many users are going through posting and loading errors. There was a timeout error and all that. That would also have led to many users deleting and installing the app, because many times when you see this kind of error, people generally uninstall the app and again then download the app. So that might have led to sudden surge or spike in the number of uninstallation. So Oracle has claimed that gradually they are trying to restore the services as weather has become normal today. Now, in this context, California has taken a lead, and they are trying to analyze that whether really TikTok is going through or using censorship this method to restrict certain terms and keywords and all. So California Governor Gavin Newsom, he has said that a probe has been launched against TikTok to understand that whether the TikTok's policy is in conformity with the state government policy or not, as far as the restriction of keywords and restriction or privacy restriction on the platform is concerned. So user trust definitely has shaken. This has been accepted by California itself, and thus future impact, however, we can say remains uncertain, because as we have discussed, this entire crisis can be attributed to three factors. One is the new joint venture that is developed between TikTok, Chinese company, as well as American company. Second was because of the weather related power outages, definitely technical errors we have. And third was because of censorship and the privacy policy as such. So how this entire things unfold in the future, we have to wait, watch and see. So impact of this all on the future of TikTok still is not very certain. But one thing that we can say is clear, that though uninstallation rate is uninstallation rate is very high, but at the same time user base has remained intact. That's all for this particular video. If you like the video, please like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe channel for more content. Thank you.